knows the story behind this hat and this jumper. Like one's been one thing, but hey ho, welcome to the review.
Hello, welcome to the start of this review.
Hello, I'm Stephen Monkey Mason. Right, now the trailer should have dropped for the new Better than FA content for the year, and in 1 week's time I'm going to New Zealand. And I thought I'd filmed enough footage to keep me going. And I sat down last night when the Condog video was finished and went, what do I edit? But I've got a few things to edit, like catch up on some stuff I've not bothered with, but again, nothing major, so I thought I'll film something quickly, get it done, get it out there, get it on the back burner. So, Hobbs and Shaw. So, Fast and Furious, you know, I think I've seen the very first one at the pictures. Loved the first one, second one was a bit, alright, yep. Third one, Vin Diesel's at the end, what? Then the reboot, you know, and then it starts like the First Blood, like the First Blood franchise completely mustered up by calling it Rambo, and you know what I mean, they called it Fast and Furious, not the Fast and the Furious. And then we got Fast 5, and then we got Fast 6, Fast 7, Fast 8. They've got weird names depending on what continent you're on, I guess. And then obviously the idea that Hobbs and Shaw would have their own spin-off, bringing Jason Statham into the series and tying up the whole events of the third one was great. Jason Statham's an amazing actor, he's done really well for himself. Get ready for the outtakes for this one. But anyway, put it on, bought it at Christmas, sat down watching it, and spoiler alert, started watching it, it's a mint. I really enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed it more than the last couple of ones. Right, I'm back. You've seen the credits. Right, I'm not sure which this is going to go around. You should have just seen me, and then all of a sudden it stops. And that's why did it stop? Because not only did the camera go flat, the phone started to ring, and then there was a knock at the door. And then I came back up, and the camera was fucking flat. That's brilliant. So I cut up my jumper and everything. Why? For nothing. And it's meant to be a review for Hobbs and Shaw going into wild card, but I completely fucked it up. I cut the one jumper off. I mean, look at it, sitting there. But why did I cut the jumper up? So basically what happened was, while I cut the jumper up, I was cold one night, and I popped in a Primark, picked it up proper cheap, and I've seen loads of people wearing it. And I mean, I wear this t-shirt all the time in the house, and it still feels alright. It smells alright. I seen a guy the other day and had to walk past him, and about an hour later I could still smell him. And I was like, you know what, I'm never going to get that smell in my head because he was wearing that jumper, so the jumper died. That's what happened there. So anyway, Hobbs and Shaw. As soon as it was announced, there was a lot of kick up about it. You know, I've talked about this before the camera went flat. That there was, you got the Fast and the Furious, and it all went in the middle of the moment. Jason Statham was in it, and then he wasn't. Jason Statham coming in and just turned. I mean, he came in as a great villain, but they've turned him. You know, he's turned him into the transporter basically. You know, he's great at martial arts and fighting and stuff. And then The Rock, you know, The Rock's huge. But to get The Rock to do this, you know, it had to be good. They've obviously tailor-made it to The Rock. The Rock's, you know, it's The Rock, you know. And this has got some great bits in it. Some very surprising cameos. Obviously it was heavily shown that Roman Reigns was in it, which is great to see Roman doing some stuff as well. Oh, bringing the whole Samoa in, it looks amazing, countryside. There's some mental stunts, especially the whole cars stuck together. There's some really funny bits. It's at 12, so obviously the bit where it has a split screen and they're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, or no fucking way is a better thing. But the movie starts with like showing them all in their own different environments, like working out and just the way they live their life. But the whole no fucking way, F-bombs, edgy 12, great stunts, especially bringing in Idris Elba, you know, just the way they use the cars and all that, and it probably from the car chase and these bike cars. I mean, funny enough, I watched Terminator the next night. So maybe it's that car and the bike in Fast and Furious wasn't so cutting edge, you know. It was in Terminator. Terminator's Salvation, you know. I enjoyed that. You know, it's probably one of the better sequels. Anyway, off that rant. But yeah, action was good, the comedy was good. Obviously I was expecting some of the cast to pop up, they didn't. The introduction of Kevin Hart was really funny and unplanned. It works really well, especially how much they're doing with Jumanji posted pounds. And then kept Ryan Reynolds. You know, just totally curveballs into this fucking whole universe. And it works well. Idris Elba was a good threat, and again it's setting it up for more. There, from looks at IMDb, Statham and The Rock are not in it. Fast and Furious 9, so they're trying to divide it off. If they divide it off for a bit and expand, and then they can come back. That should be the plan. Not in like 12 fucking movies, but just enough. Just enough, you know, expansion of this universe. But it was far away from a Fast and Furious, you know. It's went from being very street and cutting edge stunts to like some fucking ludicrous stuff. But the humour's there, the explosions are there. But The Rock and Jason Statham work really, really well. And that's what's really good, and I highly enjoyed it. I'm sitting in on one screen and watching it on the other, and I found it distractingly good because I was like, You know, so that was good. It's a shame I didn't have much energy as I did the other night because it was fresh in my mind, you know. But yeah, it was some funny bits, and then I watched Wild Card, and that is the bonus footage. So here we are on the outtakes. Wild Card has been sitting on my shelf for a while. Now it's Jason Statham. I'll give anything Jason Statham a watch. There's Fast and Furious and Hobbs and Show. Watched Jay and Silent Bob last night as well. Enjoyed it. But yeah, Fast and Furious. Good ideas evolved. They're just fucking crazy. I didn't watch the alternative end. It kept on going and going. But yeah, Wild Card. From the straight away, from the director, Simon West is his name, from the director of Expendables 2 and Con Air. I think, right, it's going to be pretty cool, you know, come off the back end of Expendables 2. It's got the girl, I think she's called Sophia she's the girl from Chef. She's beautiful. She's like drop dead good. It's got Milo in it as well, but he hasn't got his name on the cover. Milo's the actual baddie. Why does he not have... I don't know, she might be called Hope Davis, that girl. So the main bad guy, who's the guy from Heroes, and also Little Rocky and Rocky Balboa, he's called Milo because I remember that because his name is Cat. Hasn't he got his name on the cover? He's the fucking bad guy. Anyway, I'm sucker for a black box, so should have learnt my lesson with that UV code is well out of date by 2 years, so you can't have that code. Bone Tomahawk, sucker for a black box. Brimstone as well, there's another one, goes with the black box. I put this on in Vegas, I get it. I'm waiting for it to kick in. It just never really kicked in. There's a couple of bits of slow motion, a couple of bits of fights and all that, but it just ended. I was like, what the fuck? It was a really like, what the fuck? Now basically it starts off, and again that girl from Chef, she's looking pretty hot in that, and Jason Statham just really like, you know, over listening to the conversation, and you can see something's not off and not right, and like he's basically took a pair handed to make his friend look good in front of his wife and run off or whatever, and then it's just him, and he's sort of, this girl gets, you know, he becomes the highlight of the party, and she's seeking revenge, and she wants to sue them, but he's not a lawyer, so he goes in, finds out who it is. It's Milo. She goes to cut his nuts off, and then he comes after him, and and there's a bit where he's just this other guy who's like wants to be him, but I don't know what he is. I got confused. I mean, yes, I edit and watch films at the same time, but I was getting confused. I was like, hang on a minute, I could even watch a Godzilla movie and follow the storyline, and that's in Japanese, but I was like, who's this guy who wants to be him and pay him loads of money, who's this self-made billionaire by the time he was 22, and he's Jason Statham. For some reason, is he like Rain Man because he's counting cards, because he seems to like have all this like, oh, I'm going to play this cards right and all this, and he wins $500,000, then he can't get to the box. He just, oh, has he been poisoned? He looks like he's been poisoned, and he hasn't been poisoned. And I was like, what the fuck's wrong with him here? And he just goes in for more blackjack and loses the money. Funny enough, right, that he loses it in one card. It's like, you're like I've never gambled in a casino in my life, and I was like, what? Like, what? But funny enough, the pit boss who's standing there, he gives the nod to the head, is the guy who tries to rape the lass in Terminator, which is the movie I watched in between. So yeah, I watched Hobbs and Shaw, Terminator, Wild Card, and Jay and Silent Bob in that order. So yeah, but I was like, what the fuck, man? I was just like, really, like, what the fuck? It's the same actor, you know, it's suspicious. But anyway, he loses money, and then he's hiding on the roof, and then the guy Milo comes after him, and he gets it down and fucking kills them all. Just poof, poof. And the fighting scenes are good, in a sense. So what the fuck? Generally, it wouldn't have been so bad if it didn't have slapped on from the director of Con Air Expendables 2. Really, it's good to see Statham to take a role where he's just probably hung out in Vegas for a couple of months, filmed out, come back, you know. You know, it's I don't know, it didn't even have that kind of snatch kind of, maybe it's where they were going for. It's just weird. And I might as well go into Jay and Silent Bob as well. So yeah, Jay and Silent Bob I watched last night now, trying to explain to people, like, oh, the new Jay and Silent Bob's in. Yeah, it's like the 7 for 6 or 7 for 8 one. It's, you know, try and count them on your hands very quickly. What? The second one? It's not a remake? No. Try and explain that to somebody who's never only seen Strikes Back. Okay, whatever. So anyway, growing up on these, Clerks 2, Rats, Chasing Amy, Dogma. I went to the pictures to see Dogma and came out going, wow. But this universe Kevin Smith's created is amazing. It's amazing, and yes, he is aware that he's stumped his toe a few times with Cop Out, with Jersey Girl. I've got Jersey Girl in the room. I was actually going to watch that the other day. I quite liked Jersey Girl when I seen it. But yeah, he's aware that some of his films didn't attract the thing. I didn't think he went to Red State. But what he's done is, he's done what he's done. He's a fascinating guy, you know, and he's made his mark in Hollywood. And he's opened the doorway for a fucking lot of people. And for me personally, following that independent filmmaking, rather than when I'm just in the editing room making videos like this, you know, like, for recently we've been trying to develop, like, maybe what we could do with Better FA 20 years later, and actually use the old footage with new footage, and that, you know, it's kind of, you know, it's a pipe dream, but it's there. But like, it is fascinating to see Kevin Smith go, right, we're going to do a new Jay and Silent Bob. Both of them have had their dark days, they've come out of rehab, they're all parents, and they just want to have fun away from Hollywood. And it's great to see all these actors come back, and yes, it seems to be like chopped together about where they can catch up with certain actors, and have Matt Damon reprise his role as Loki and have a bit of a laugh with that, when Ben Affleck's going to drop in it, and Ben Affleck is going to go, this is why I'm not Batman anymore, and totally like, look at what they did there. And then you've got like the other actors, but then the locations, and it's sort of like, right, we'll do this, we'll take this group around, and then we'll have this big convention at Comic-Con. And I enjoyed it. I mean, Brittany hadn't seen any of them. She's like, what? But she laughed her head off. So someone who hasn't seen any of them, she really enjoyed it as well and found it really funny. I did think it was a bit watered down. I think it could have done by being the 18 and just full on go slapstick, because away from Strike Back, the scale wasn't there, but it's great. Some of the actors have aged a lot, and it makes you think, and you go, fuck, look at them, and they go, fuck, look at me, look at the mirror, you know, it's like, that was fucking 20 years ago. But yeah, great laughs. It's great to see Kevin Smith almost passing the torch to his daughter as well, and he's had a lot of fun with it, and I totally respect him for it. You've got to respect him for that. He's like, well, I'm just going to do what I want. Now this is the HMV exclusive, sold out. This could become quite rare actually. So you get the cover, which is a bit of a nod towards Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You open it down, that's what we get really. Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot. Very bland, but again, it's just them knocking against the street corner. Love the type of story. And in here you get some art cards as well, which is one that makes it exclusive. So there we go. You've got them at the quick groceries. You've got the cast, and sort of almost the new generation, you know, like a spin-off, which is quite good. I was half expecting Mark Hamill to turn up, which is really good. I had to triple look Val Kilmer, bless him. Val Kilmer. I mean, I don't forgive you for following Dr. Monroe, but anyway, there we go. This is probably the spoiler alert, you know. You've got Iron Bob, Red Man and Method Man in it. Brilliant how they've done that, you know, that lovely crossover. Chris Hemsworth was brilliant. You've got all the returning cast. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck in there. Jason Lee, brilliant to have him back. What happened to the other guy from Allrats? Was he just like banished? Fucking got me. I was laughing my head off. And very finally, Stan Lee, bless him, in probably Stan Lee's best cameo, and like, he's done, because it's not like a pop-up thing, and it's like, it was just like it was meant to fucking be. So yeah, well done Kevin Smith, well done to The Rock and Jason Statham from Fast and the Furious. We'll talk more about the wild card, but I think this has just been a review rant random for the recent movies, like Rambo, Last Blood, got that, watched that, loved that, so bleak and disturbing. Both Punishers. Fuck me, the second Punisher, man. I know it's almost like it reboots itself, that Punisher. That's fucking mental, brutal, barbaric, colourful. And I still will say this. I will still say this as I end this review and this massive rant. Dolph Lundgren should have been the fucking Russian in the Punisher. Thomas Jane, when he gets chucked through that wall, fuck my life. It's Thomas Jane. You can tell it's Thomas Jane because he's crawling. You know, it's not Thomas Jane. Thomas Jane's a stuntman in Spider-Man 2. You know that one. But when he goes through that wall and his face hits off that wall, it's like you could put that in the Jackass movie and go, wow. But yeah, it should have been Dolph Lundgren, not Kevin Nash. I've been Stephen Mason. Thanks for the review rant random. It's a triple R for Hobbs and Shaw. Fuck it. It's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
And now, the end is here.